Nigeria is out of recession with a gross domestic product of 0.55% for the second quarter of 2017. Now, this is after 2 consecutive negative GDP pushed the country into recession in 2016. This announcement comes shortly after the figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics indicating that inflation for the month of August 2017 dropped to 16.05% from 16.10%, while food inflation went up to 20.28% from 19.91%. That's the highest year-on-year increase in food inflation since 2009. Now, what Big Story intends to focus on for this episode is the implication of these figures on the economy and how it affects the day-to-day living of Nigerians, as well as what the figure indicates for the future of the country. You're welcome. I'm Ini John Mekwa. One of the places to test the figures of food prices released by the National Bureau of Statistics is the open market. Big Story crew visited a few of them. In Oyinbo Market in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, Mrs. Maria Balogun deals in vegetables. She says she buys them from a bigger vegetable market in Iyanoba and sells them here. And in recent times, prices have not been in her and some of the other women's favor.
Now I'm buying one egg, 500. I'm selling it 700. Last month we buy 400. 400, we sell it 600, 500.
Prices is going up every day. Prices of everything is going up every day. Like now, we are selling uziza leaf. We used to buy, like yesterday, we buy 150 naira, but today we bought it 250 naira. So price of things is going on every day, every blessed day.
Some of the things that we bought since last month till now, some are cheap, while some are cost. Not all of them. Like Titus fish is more cheaper now than before. Like rice needs to come down. They say rice have come down, but it has come down, but not much. We need rice to come down because it's what we always eat. Rice is everybody's food. If rice come down, I believe everybody will be happy. We want rice to come down. They say it have come down, but it's still like now. 1 derico of rice is 250. We still need it to come down more so that people will be happy. Before, they are selling it 300, but it have come down to 250 now. We still thank God for that, but we still need. If it can come down to 150, 200, it's good.
While it's a mixed basket of increase and reduction in prices in Lagos, a visit to Ogbete main market in Enugu, southeast Nigeria shows that most traders are complaining of hiking prices. When asked the reason for this unpleasant changes, some allude to negative economic trend.
Depend the type of basket. As in this big basket is 8,075, but this small one is 6,035. As in normal grant, the price supposed to be this basket now is 4,000, 5,000, as we're selling it before 2 years ago, 4,000, 5,000, 35. But as you see the condition of the weather, this country now, that is why the price is higher. 8,000, 7,000, 10,000. Even last week Saturday, we saw this one 10,000. Even this those baskets, we sell it 10,000 now. That is the problem.
Yam is more expensive, more than it used to be before. We have the price of 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,002. Such things happen because the price of planting of yams, harvesting and everything make it more than high. Because of the price of yam is too high, they buy less than before. When you come to the market, you see people who are not even more. But when the yam is more cheap, people are buying more as it was before, yes.
In some cases, however, the change in prices have been traced to seasons. The main rainy seasons in the country is between April and August, but in the south the rains can arrive from February. During this season, cassava, maize, legumes are grown, while crops like vegetables, tomatoes flourish in the dry season. Mr. Suleiman Abubakar has been dealing in onions from Zaria in Kaduna State for over 2 decades and can hardly be shaken by any change in price or supply.
Because now when you went to village, those are still not around now. So now when they increase the price about 10%. So when you buy it now, came here now, you're selling 20,000. But now, thank me by 1 month, something will be come down. When they came back from Salah, so the price will low. But now the price is off.
Last month, the price has go high over, but this month the price has come down.
Like how much was it last month and how much is it now?
Last month we used to sell it 17,000, 16, even 27. But now, most especially today, the highest price is 14, 13. And now tomatoes season has started now. Used to come. That is different.
The fluctuation of prices of food items in various parts of the country is not to disregard the findings of the NBS. Concerned Nigerians who have been following the economic trend in the country for years now explain these fluctuations in relation to the figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics.
Now, if you look at the inflation rate in Nigeria and the composite, you find that usually the big number in that is always food. In fact, when you look at the index, the way it is constructed, the food component in the index is very high. And that means the typical family or household in Nigeria spends a lot more of its money on food than on other items in the basket. So it then means if the price of food doesn't go down significantly, inflation rate will still remain very high. And of course, at the time it is also trending downwards, like we have been experiencing since January this year, you will find that it will not go down so fast or significantly until the price of foodstuffs also drop. So which is what we're experiencing. But also traditionally, looking at the history in Nigeria, you find that most of the times, the prices of foodstuffs will come down during harvest when supply increases significantly, but now begin to go up post-harvest as we begin to consume what has been harvested and there's little remaining in the store.
We have a whole lot of mouth chasing few goods. What I mean is that the production really needs to be increased, because you have to understand that the production we have in Nigeria is not only feeding us in this country. The neighboring country depend on us, like the Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, and Benin Republic. And you have to understand that some of these things are being exported out, and these things are not even enough for us. So the inflation might be going down, but the production is still at the level of growth of about 0.8, and our population is growing at 2.5, 2.6% yearly. So definitely it's bound to happen. But with the way the economy is going now, it's going to freeze out and it's going to balance up itself.